when we wonder, and then security expert that I've spoken to and said, look, if we're not careful, the manner in which the economic state of the country is going, if the shocks are not being handled properly by the leadership of the country and at the state level, crime rates will rise, and our nation...
It has already risen. It has already risen. I mean, if you follow I know not everything gets reported, but sadly, the much that we're able to see around us. And look, and even the insecurity has gone high. I mean, the rate at which campuses are being invaded and female students being kidnapped, you know, within the last 1 month, how many times have we had? So definitely things are worsening. And I expect the political leaders to come together and start, you know, but of course, like I said, I can understand why they can't do it, because look at the failure of the institutions. In fact, like I was in a seminar not just 2 days ago, and we're discussing some of these issues. And I made the point that the political parties are actually criminal cartels. Basically. Oh yeah, because a lot of the people have one crime or the other. Look at the leadership of the National Assembly. How many people are supposed to are being investigated? And they are sitting right on their seat. The investigation has stopped and nobody is saying anything. How can you run a system like this and expect to succeed? You can't.
How do we get out of this? Because it looks like a whole bunch of
we have a way to get out
all
of this.
over.
We have a way to get out of this. The first step is to come back and set criteria for leadership. No society, you know, takes people just like that. For every post, for every seat you're going to occupy, you must earn it. You must qualify for it. Yes, you can go for election, but you must have those credentials that qualify you for that particular office. So that the choice that voters are going to make are choices between competent or, you know, between competent people. The options that you have are options that are, I mean, whichever option you take, at least you have some kind of minimum guarantee. But at the moment, really, there is no criterion for leadership. The criteria that we have in the Constitution is not a criterion, it's a criteria for eligibility. Now, when you come to suitability...
A minimum standard.
That's just eligibility. It just makes you eligible. But it doesn't make you suitable. And we have no criteria for suitability. And that's the problem.
And I guess that we...
Now, some of these things are not written in the Constitution, but there are norms and there are certain standards that societies keep, you know, which apparently our one has crumbled. Not that we didn't have one.
I mean, our traditional institution at some point, although monarchical in nature, but they are also, like you said, criteria in which you get onto that seat if you don't belong, if you don't have
the monarchy. I know they have what they call, it's like an electoral college, the people, the kingmakers, and they do have standards. So you find, for example, if a king dies and then there are 10 or 20 of his children, they're all eligible, right? By virtue of their system, right? But they are not all suitable. So how do you now take the one that is suitable? You come up with a criteria.
And you look at the United States, for example, they will tell you that some of the presidents in the past have finished from one Ivy League or the other. And you look at Singapore, for example, almost all the members of cabinet have had to go to Harvard School of Governance, and you know, and you see the level, the effort being made to increase knowledge so that they can impact to the society.
And Shewun, this is precisely why they are making progress, right? Now, there are no two ways about it. You leave this system of merit, you run into the kind of ditch that we are in today. We are not able to solve any of our problems. Every Nigerian problem, you know, that you see every day, it gets worse.